Hey guys, so Jacob got me some candy corn lights and they're pretty bright. Let me know how you guys feel about them. So today I'm doing a more personal video, but it's a very creepy video, and this is over my own personal paranormal experiences. I have had 3 really big paranormal experiences. So the first one I can remember, I was in elementary school. My Nana, which is my dad's mom, not my mom's mom. Sorry, I know this is like a lot of moms. I live with my mom's mom and I call her my grandma. My Nana is my dad's mom and I don't see her as much, but she actually is a hoarder. Now she's in a nursing home, so it's not an issue. But right before this happened, my mom and my grandma were cleaning her house, and I had never really stayed at her house before because again, she was a hoarder. They cleaned her house and it looked really nice, and me and my cousin decided to spend the night at her house. So we stayed in the guest bedroom and everything was fine. I had my portable DVD player, which you know it's a while back when there's a portable DVD player. I was laying on the bed and I don't know what happened, but either it died and like I didn't have the charger, or it just wasn't working. It like stopped working. I couldn't get the movie to work. Something. I remember I was watching Twitches, which throwback, major throwback, and my cousin was already asleep by the time it stopped working. My Nana was in the living room and she had fallen asleep on the couch. I hated being the only person awake at night. Like now it doesn't bother me as bad, but then it would really bother me. I just hated feeling alone like that, even as an only child. I was trying to go to sleep and everything, but I just felt really uneasy for some reason with the door open. Now I close my door and I lock it just because I feel so uneasy with my room just being open. I don't know, it's weird. But I got up and I was gonna shut the door and see if it locked. I saw something in my Nana's room. To this day, I don't know if my mind was just playing tricks on me or if I actually saw something. I'm gonna give you a brief overview of her room so you can kind of get what I'm saying. Her room was across the hall from the spare bedroom me and my cousin were sharing. I was literally looking right into her room. When you go into her room and you take a right, her bathroom is literally like right there. Her bathroom door was open and there was a thing to hang jackets, and I think there were actually some jackets hung up. I swear to you guys, I saw like a black figure standing in front of that and I was so freaked out. I didn't know if like I was seeing a ghost or if someone was in the house, so I didn't want to freak out because I was scared that whatever it was would run after me or like try to keep the door open so they could get to me. I like carefully shut the door and it never moved, and I shut it and I locked it, and somehow I ended up going to sleep. At the time, I didn't know that as a baby, my mom and my dad and me, when I was born, lived in that same house, and my Nana lived in the house that me and my mom and my dad later lived in. My mom would always tell me stories of how when I was little, I would kick my legs to stay awake at night. Like I did not want to go to sleep at night in that house. That is just weird. That house, I've always felt uneasy in it. Luckily now it's been sold. My Nana was in that house for many years after that happened, and every time I came over, I just always had this feeling that like I could never sleep there. I could never just chill there. Like I just felt uneasy in that house. The next story has to do when I was in 5th grade. I remember this really well. 5th grade feels like forever ago, but this night is still just, it's more fresh in my mind than the first story. My mom and her ex-boyfriend decided to take me to a haunted house, which I have not been to a haunted house this year. I don't even plan on going to one. I just get scared of everything and anything. I'm always paranoid. I'm constantly feeling like someone's gonna chop me up into a million pieces. We were going to that haunted house, and on the way, my mom's ex-boyfriend wanted us to stop somewhere, and the place he wanted us to stop was where his dad actually committed suicide. Yep, his dad committed suicide in this trailer. It just was in a wooded area, like there were trees everywhere. It was in the middle of nowhere. It was so creepy. But before we even got there, there was something even more unsettling about the whole thing, and that was that someone had gotten in a crash on a one-way street. How? Unless you tried to swerve and like avoid hitting something in the road. Otherwise, there's no reason to just swerve you know, and hit a tree and die. What are the odds of that happening? And it was around the trailer that his dad committed suicide. We get to the trailer and nothing really creepy happened. I mean, of course it's creepy and it's scary and everything. You know, I just remember we were there and he was telling us how bad of a person his dad was. Apparently his dad was abusive to his mom and to him and to his brother and just like everyone, and he was a cop, which is terrible. The creepy part is not even the trailer or the haunted house, it was the next morning. The next morning my mom woke up and I was in the kitchen making cereal or something, and she comes upstairs and she's like, Ashley, you're not gonna believe this. When I went downstairs, I didn't notice anything, but my mom pointed above her bed and the angel that she had on her wall above her bed had fallen on the floor. So yeah, that happened. What makes it even freakier is that my mom had had that angel above her bed for many years. I remember when I was in 1st grade, she had that same angel and it was always above her bed and it had never fallen. And all of a sudden it fell that night. What are the odds? This is my 3rd and final story. This took place when I was in middle school. I can't remember what year. But me, my mom, my grandma, and my grandma's boyfriend decided that we had to clean up our trailer that we owned in Steinhatchee, Florida. Some people call it Steinhatchee, but I like to call it Steinhatchee. It's a very tiny fishing town in Florida. Most people have never heard the word Steinhatchee or Steinhatchee. It's mainly for people that just want to fish on boats. My grandpa, who had passed, that was his trailer and he would always go down there to fish. No one really used it besides him, so we wanted to sell the place and his boat. So we went down there and we were going to clean everything up and put it up for sale. Well, when we got there, things just started getting crazy. We got there and the smoke alarm was going off as soon as we stepped inside, which is normal. Usually that does happen for whatever reason, but this time it took 30 minutes for the smoke alarm to go off, and it has never taken that long before. We finally got that off and we got all our stuff inside, and then we decided that while we were gonna clean, we wanted like some background noise. Down there, there's no Wi-Fi, there's no cable, whatever. There wasn't even a DVD player. We literally had a VHS player and we would watch Jaws and Titanic. That was like all the movies you could pick from. So we were trying to play Jaws and the TV wasn't working. So we gave up on that. But then I saw these speakers that we had never used and I was like, oh, let's play music. So I get the speakers out and plug them in, and the speakers start, literally smoke is coming out of the speakers as soon as I plugged it in. So then after that, as if it couldn't get any creepier, there's this like little fish on the wall and it sings, "Don't worry, be happy," and it flips its little tail and it's really cute. I was wanting to play it because every time I went down there I would always play with it as a kid. I took the old batteries out because it wasn't working. Went to get new batteries and it started playing without batteries, people. What? I was done at that point. I wanted to go home so bad. I was not getting the usual good vibes in that trailer. We went out to dinner and everyone could tell that I was stressed out, that I really could not do it. I was just creeped out. Even my mom was kind of creeped out. It took us 5 hours to drive there, so I didn't want to drive 5 hours back home the same day. Eventually we decided to go home, so we packed all our stuff. We started trying to get all our stuff in the car. So the trailer's here, and then the front door to the trailer connects to a porch, and then you go out the porch door and you go down a ramp. That's how you get to the car. I'm trying to open the porch door to get down the ramp to go to the car. The porch door refuses to open. I'm literally slamming my entire body into this door to get it open, and it's not opening. When I tell you I almost had a panic attack. Eventually we got all our stuff in there, but I'm just saying, whatever was in that house, I truly don't feel like it was my grandpa. I feel like even if my grandpa was mad that we were selling the trailer because he loved it so much, he wouldn't purposely freak me out like that. I just can't tell you how much that creeped me out. So those are really all my paranormal experiences. I've had maybe minor paranormal experiences, but those were just the ones that I will always remember. And when anyone asks me if I think that ghosts are real, I always tell those stories because the shout out for this week is Hasia. I really hope I said your name right. I don't ever ever like say your name out loud. I always just, you know, type to you. I've never actually like video chatted with you or anything. Hasia is amazing. She's not only been following me for a really long time, she has made a fan account for me. Her mom actually passed away not long ago, and can't even imagine losing my own mom. She inspires me every day. Her strength and her kindness, just, she seriously is amazing, you guys. Just thank you so much. It's amazing to have people like you that follow me. I love you guys so much. I will definitely be doing a Michael Jackson subliminal messages in his music videos and his songs. Yeah, there's a lot. That's gonna be a freaking long video, so get ready. Bye guys!